Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Iridium Axel, and today we are going to be responding to two videos, but mostly one, made by fellow YouTuber Optimus. Now, before I really get into this, I want to say expressly, this is not the whiny drama creating kind of response. This is the I found your videos interesting and I have a difference of opinion kind of response, okay? So, before anyone gets their anything in a wad, I wanted to get that out there. Of course, the link to his channel and both videos will be in the description of this one. And with that, we can start with a little bit of backstory for why I'm responding to this. And then we'll go over each point that he makes that I disagree with, and I will offer my counter thought. Okay, so yeah. 3 weeks ago, he uploaded a video called The Day That Minecraft Died, and that was on March 5th, 2018. I found that video interesting, just like his second one that I'm going to talk about, but all I did with that was I left a simple book of a comment expressing how I personally thought in reference to that, and moved on about my day like a normal, rational human being that doesn't make YouTube videos. And then, just yesterday, on March 30th, 2018, he posted a video called How Minecraft Can Be Revived. And that, again, very interesting video. I disagreed with a lot of the points, but I agreed with some of them. So, like I said in the beginning, what we're going to do is go over the points that I disagreed with, leave out the points that I did agree with, because I want you to go watch his video for yourself and form your own opinion. So I'm going to go over each point that I disagreed with, and then I'll get into my responses, the things that I personally thought about the video and things that I thought he maybe got wrong. Let's do it. So, the first point Optimus raises states that Minecraft needs to be simplified, which, in general, I disagree with, because I don't think Minecraft is complex in the first place, but I'll watch on and we'll see what he says.
First off, they need to simplify the game, okay? A lot of you have cited the 1.9 update as a primary reason of you quitting the game due to the combat being changed around. The game basically added shields and dual wielding.
I think you're forgetting the massive overhaul to the end that actually made it an enjoyable dimension. Not to mention Elytra, the biggest change to how mobility works in the end game of Minecraft since ever.
And it made the game worse.
Worse? I feel you're speaking a bit too objectively with something that is entirely subjective. I felt off-put by the combat changes at first, but after getting used to them and switching back to the old system, I hated it, because combat could become one-sided instantly and require no strategy, but was rather just button mashing. I think tweaking the current formula for combat would benefit Minecraft, but it is by no means an end-all be-all. Also, if you were referring to the entire update making the game worse, then, well, I just went over how critical this update was for fleshing out the end, so I guess we can move on.
And one of those things about older Minecraft that made it enjoyable was that it was simple. The game wasn't hard to learn and there wasn't much in its own way, and that isn't the case now, okay?
I'm not quite sure what you mean by this. The basics of Minecraft haven't really changed much since beta 1.8. Everything else is just extra. You also talked about features being added that didn't really need to be added. But more features do not complicate or make the game harder to get into. It's just more options in my mind, at least.
But if they removed this combat system and they removed some of the pointless blocks and other items that they've added over time and made the game more simple, it would definitely improve the game.
Which blocks would you present here? Which items? What do you deem overcomplicates the game? Adding more blocks does more good than harm, because you're just giving the player more options for building in a game where one of the primary goals is building. I can't really think of any useless items, although, admittedly, chorus fruit is pretty close, but it still makes sense for world building in the end. So his next point in the video was to make servers great again.
The issue with multiplayer in Minecraft was the EULA agreements and how they cracked down on servers.
Alright, so if you guys, the audience, aren't aware, Mojang slapped up, "Stop doing pay-to-win tactics on your servers, guys! It's against the rules now!" banner all over Minecraft, preventing servers from selling items/abilities that gave clear advantages in games for actual real-life currency. Now that we have that explained, we can move on.
There was steps that could have been taken to avoid destroying most major servers or altering them to the point that people didn't want to come back.
Now here he talks about a few ways that Mojang could have prevented the gutting of Minecraft servers, but while I understand what he means, I doubt it would help much. Most people hated the pay-to-win tactics of Minecraft servers, and all the EULA stuff did was prevent them from selling specifically items that gave an advantage to some players over others. And because of that, even though it hurt server profits, it was still a good thing. Servers can still make profits from cosmetics and things that don't affect gameplay, like ranks that let you bump your way into full servers and give you the ability to choose certain game settings, which I've considered buying far more than I ever considered buying pay-to-win items. In addition, servers can use advertisers if they wish to get specific ads to the community of people playing on them. I don't think that Mojang killed servers at all here, but I can understand some people's frustration if they bought items that they subsequently lost.
Instead, a lot of the major servers are dying off or are already dead, and a lot of fun game modes basically cease to exist.
Which ones? Can you give examples? Most servers I play on are as big as they've ever been. If there is a decline in players, it's more likely due to Minecraft waning in popularity recently than servers having no pay-to-win.
Minecraft servers are now plagued with Realms, which is a private server thing for a few people to play on that is paid monthly through Mojang. By doing this, it also helped eliminate people's desires to go on servers. The way a lot of people have seen it now, it's, why go into a server with 3 friends and have to deal with hundreds of other people and spend a bunch of money in there when you can buy a membership and have a private server through Mojang with no issues.
So I get your point, however Minecraft Realms are hardly a plague. The same people paying for Minecraft Realms are the same ones who would pay for a third-party server before for them and their friends to play on. This just gives people a third option between playing on a large server with tons of other people and paying a third party for a private server. Sure, you can argue that there are effortless minigames, but people that would pay for a third-party server are probably savvy enough to download a minigame anyway. Also, some of the fun of playing on servers with friends is you and your buddies going against everyone else, when on a realm, there is no everyone else. The next segment of this video is Make Updates Matter. Side note, thanks for separating your videos into segments, Optimus. It made it easier to look at part by part. Back on track, I agree with a lot of the things you're saying here, but I feel a slight sense of hypocrisy with it in this part here.
Give us a few new worlds to play in, a few more biomes, and new ores and tools to use, and the game can end up way better.
So I may be misunderstanding you here, but in my opinion of what adding complexity to a game is, adding tools and biomes and straight up different dimensions would add a lot more complexity to the game. Example, what does this tool do? What is this ore used for? Are emerald pickaxes better than diamond? So I can make tools with this ore but not with this one? I'm sure you get my point here. And I think those additions would be great as well, but you should really have a baseline set for what you mean by complexity, because adding new biomes would most certainly add many of these useless blocks you've been referring to. The next bit of the video is more interaction with the community. I completely agree with this part, so I'm not going to dissect anything. I just figured I should mention it since I haven't skipped over any other part. The last part of this video was wrapping up and reiterating previous parts, so I figured I didn't need to go over that. Talking directly to Optimus here. I really did enjoy this video and the previous one that you made. They made me think quite a bit about the various concepts in Minecraft and about its steady decline. I don't attribute it to updates and Mojang killing its community like you do, but I think much of Minecraft's downward spiral is due to the younger people that once occupied the entire community, growing older and moving on to other games. With that being said, congratulations on your 25,000 subscribers, or 31,000 as I record this video, and to both you and the audience. Thanks a ton for watching. I hope that you did enjoy, and I guess I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.